May profits be upon you. I was just taking a look at Bitcoin. This is not my usual field. I'm usually in the Forex pairs, but I found the chart interesting. I found the PA interesting, the price action. And I'm a technical analysis guy, so I'm going to use my little smart money concepts view of things. And I would love to hear your comments and some feedback. I would love to see what your ideas are with Bitcoin. Let me. I'd love to compare notes. So I'd like to hear from you. Anyway, so what do I have here? I have price in a very bearish market, right? Just we're making lows, right? Pulling back. Each time we're breaking those lows. So there's no doubt we are bearish, right? All right. I'm looking at this candle here. That last candle is a bullish candle for the week that just passed, right? So we have 20 hours, all right, and we'll be done. This candle's going to close bullish. So it's been a good week for Bitcoin so thus far this past week. Let's make note that we are in a weekly demand zone. All right, price has landed itself in a weekly demand zone, and we've responded. It has the price has responded bullishly. All right, I want you to also make note that there are near relative equal loads here. This is resting pools of a lot of liquidity for people that took longs. All right, and there's stop losses here that I know prices wants to come by and sweep, take them out, and then probably go on the bull run that everybody's waiting on. Perhaps if it doesn't do this, all right, because after these lows, the traffic is pretty smooth to 2000. So there is if we hit if we if we break this demand zone, if we break that demand zone, it'll be like a trap door opening because down to 2000 is pretty smooth traffic. Okay, let's go to the daily. And on the daily, what do we see? What I want you to see is not only this bearish order flow, but look what we have here. Look at this pattern. The pattern is a bear flag. No, not a bear flag. Excuse me. This looks like a flagpole here. All right, and this looks like a pennant, a bearish pennant. Yeah, it's not a flag because a flag would be more like that. All right, this one more triangular. Uh, and I'm just saying what it resembles. This looks bearish to me. You know, whenever I see a, a bearish pennant, or if it's like that, you know, I'm waiting for that drop. Yeah. So we are in an area, a demand zone. I mean, excuse me, a supply zone here, a 4 hour supply zone that we can see a little clearer on the 4 hour. And as you can see, it's here. We've come up here to mitigate this supply one time already. Here's the interesting part about this. When price came back down, we broke the higher low that sent price to that high. All right, this low is responsible for this high, of course, and we can see that price broke that low, but it didn't close below it. What it did was it wicked down and then went up. See, when you have wick breaks of higher lows or lower highs, the wick breaks usually being liquidity grabs, as opposed to uh, a confirmation that prices turn bearish. So I look at this, view it with suspicious eyes. All right. And as price, when I have a break of structure, all right, when it's an actual structural point like a higher low, uh, I'm looking for a return to the impulsing order block that sent price down. All right. This is actually the origin, okay, because price came and reacted off of it, right? Sending price down and taking out that low. The problem is it wasn't a close. It's not a convincing um, a convincing movement that says, "Hey, I'm going lower, buddy." After this pullback, so the pullback I'm viewing with some kind of suspicion. But let me show you something. As price come pulls back, it comes down and then comes back up, right? It creates equal lows. This is a magnet for price because there's resting liquidity here. More resting liquidity. This is what price is doing, is generating liquidity. All right. We come back and got that one. We left this one behind. We left this one behind. We left this one behind. Right. And I'm saying we. I don't work with the big market, but what 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 price is doing is generating orders, and I want to know. Oh, we got to know that price is going to come back for that, and then come back for those for into this demand zone and to the resting orders over here. All right. At some point, that's going to happen. They're magnets for price. Magnets. All right. And there's a lot of sell side liquidity to come and get, as opposed to versus the smooth traffic above this level. All right. Price breaks this, comes and takes these highs, comes and takes this high, and this high. All right. It's pretty smooth traffic up to the top. My argument is there's more incentive for price to come down this way, more liquidity to get that could drive. It, I can very easily see if price comes down here and takes out this liquidity and takes out these equal lows, just with a wick, it will have enough to blast it into the bull run. That is my contention. Now, I want you to see one more part of my argument. Let's go to the 15-minute, where price is coming into contact with that supply zone. I always come down here to see the early indication that price may have made this and established this as the higher the that, well, in this case it's a higher high, but uh, I want to know if this is going to be um, the failed attempt at making a higher high. All right, I want to know if this is going to be the the lower high, and we're going to make lower lows from here. So what am I looking for? A change of character. I'm looking for a price to change character or break structure to the downside once it hits this supply. So what do I notice? Price aggressively moves up, and then we have this candle here. All right, all these candles when they're going up, I'm looking to see, especially in an impulse, if each uh, succeeding candle is breaks the high of the preceding candle, and up until there it does, except for this one. So this is the pullback. All right, this is the pullback. Our low. Price breaks that high and then comes back and takes out that low. All right, Now we have a change of character. Price is giving an early indication, an early signal that it is shifting from bullish momentum to bearish momentum. All right. So after a demonstration of, after this early signal, this change of character, all right, it's not the same as a break of structure. All right. A break of structure would confirm that price is turned, in this case, bearish. All right. So the chalk is just an earlier indication that that might be the case coming up. You understand? So uh, price breaks the you know we get chalk here. Price makes another low, breaks that high, and then breaks this low. What does that mean? This is another break of a low, a pullback, a swing low. All right. That is a swing low being broken. And that usually means a return to the impulsing order block. All right. Now, in this case, after this, this low was broken, and then this one behind it, it's a strong case that price may want to go low. All right. But we haven't had that pullback yet. So if price comes back here, this would be a decisional order block, as opposed to the original. This is the origin of this impulse, right? It led to that low. So, but this is a decisional order block. Price may come right here and then drop. All right, but this is where between the two, I'm going to keep an eye on, because if price breaks here, the idea that I'm talking about becomes invalid. If price breaks that high, the idea becomes invalid. If price doesn't go any further down than this low, this high becomes very weak, and it becomes vulnerable for liquidity. It becomes a liquidity target because it did not create a new low. Okay, it did not create a new low. So I'm definitely keeping my eye on this one first, this one second, right? Uh, this is we haven't had the return to impulse yet, and we might get it here, or we might get it here. And again, if price continues higher, then the no harm, no foul, no confirmation, no trade, right? But here is where I'll look for another change of character, or here, another change of character on a smaller scale. I'll go to the 5 and the 1 for entry. But I'm looking here, and I'm looking hard, because I believe that price may turn around here, and we'll get the short, and it'll go all the way, taking this sell side liquidity with it. This is going to be a great short. It's going to take time. It's going to go up and down. But if we're patient, we can hold on to this trade and kill it. All right. Let me know what your thoughts are. I would like to hear your comments about this view, and I would love you to share your ideas with me. All right, enlighten me. This crypto isn't my thing. All right, and it moves a little different. But I believe the same principles of smart money concepts can be applied here. Yeah. All right. I will see you in the next video. Thank you for your time.